The day of love is almost here, and many couples in love will be celebrating big by getting engaged. And once the fog settles, or better yet, before, it's important to talk money. It's Financial Wellness Wednesday, and Schoolsfirst Federal Credit Union is here to help couples in love have the financial talk. And joining us is Schoolsfirst School and Community Relations Specialist Holly Brown on what topics couples should check off before saying I do. Welcome, Holly.
Hello, Desiree. Thank you for having me.
We're excited to have you on. And Holly, it seems that when people get engaged, it is all about love, and they aren't necessarily thinking about everything else involved in marriage, particularly finances. Could you give us some things that newly engaged couples should consider?
Yes, well, hopefully, before they put a ring on it, they've already had a discussion about their finances, right? If not, it's a great time to sit down for the couple to come together and give a full disclosure of their financial profile. That includes their assets, their liabilities, and it's great to even bring your credit report, a budget, and just go over everything that financially represents you. That and with the liabilities, you want to consider things that may not be on the credit report, such as maybe a cell phone bill, or maybe you have a private or personal debt with somebody. Just be completely exposed at that time,
Yeah,
transparent.
I think you're right. I think it's really important to have these conversations ahead of time so you can make sure you're both on the same page or working towards getting on the same page. And assuming the financial discussion goes well and the couple is all set to tie the knot, are there financial benefits that they can enjoy once they are married?
Oh, absolutely. One of the main things that a lot of couples can appreciate through marriage, and sometimes prior to, if they're living together, they have decreased living expenses. And, once you're living together, you're sharing the housing payments, housing utilities, all the expenses that go into living together. You're able to share that expense so that one person's not shouldering all that added debt. Also, with insurance, that's a big one. Health insurance.
Mhm.
Maybe one person is self-employed and they're using a private insurance,
Mhm.
and the other person has insurance through their company. They can eliminate the private insurance and add themselves to their spouse's insurance and get rid of that huge debt. And that's savings, because we want them to be um, they're successfully prepared,
Yeah.
for a healthy financial future.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
definitely.
so also with car insurance, there's benefits to having your car insurance together, multiple car discounts. The average savings for couples once married is about 6%
Wow.
annually. You also have home insurance benefits, long care insurance benefits. There's just a lot to being married, and it's good for you to sit down and just discuss all your options, have that flexibility, have that conversation about what options there are. Just give yourself that added flexibility
Yeah,
by
I feel
being
like a,
married.
a key word you said was savings, which a lot of couples need to think about and most likely want to have when getting married. And what happens to your credit when you get married, Holly?
Well, initially nothing. You come to the relationship with your credit, your debt, and it's like your Social Security card, your Social Security number. Your credit score is your own. But once you start applying for joint credit, then what you apply for together, what joint credit you have, impacts both of your credit reports. Um, and California is one of 9 community property states. So even if you take out debt in just your name as a couple, it becomes the responsibility of both people. Um, so the advantage, though, is that if one person has strong credit and the other person has, say, poor credit,
Yeah.
then the person with the strong credit can add that person to an account and maybe get a better rate. Or the flip side of it is that sometimes too, that the lower rate is going to be considered, so the person with the strong credit may want to apply individually if they can qualify on their own.
Yeah, which highlights what we talked about earlier in the conversation. It's important to have that financial talk ahead of time. And along those same lines, I wanted to ask about home loans. Does marriage improve your ability to qualify?
Well, nothing's absolute, right? But nothing. But what it does do is, anytime you have combined income, then you're able to qualify for more money. So if you have someone, they both, let's say, have reasonably good credit, and they both bring good income to the relationship, now you have joint income. So that's giving you an opportunity to qualify for more.
Oh, that's good to know. And I wanted to ask you real quickly before we got about 20 seconds. What about investing for retirement? Is there any upside to investing if you're married?
Well, if you're filing joint tax returns as a married couple, there are benefits to the IRAs. For a spousal IRA,
Yeah.
you can contribute up to 12,000 if it's a couple. If one person is working and the other person has no income, you can you can donate. You can put 6,000 each
Hmm.
into an IRA, so 12,000 as a couple.
Oh, that's good to know. Holly, a pleasure having you on today. For more financial tips, visit schoolsfirstfcu.org.